Yo, right here. Right here in the small box. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flex Mind Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. So, we got another video by Jalopy himself. This one might be major, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm curious. The title of the video already has me here. I'm right here with you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Ville. Thank you for stopping by on the live, bro. That video is going to be up momentarily. Anyway, so this video is titled Kendrick Lamar is Protecting Michael Jackson's Legacy. I need to understand, and I'm here right now with Jalopy. We going to get into it. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so it lets you know when I drop my videos, as well as go live on the channel so you can come tap in with me, bro. Come on, change your channel to the Flexi Mind Network. You know what I'm saying? Channel 44. Change your channels to Channel 44. Come pull up with us. Come chill with us. Come have fun with us. We been catching a vibe over here for real, man. Come on, come true. Come true. Anyway, look, y'all know I like to talk too much. Let's just get into the video, all right? Let's go. Talk to me, Jalopy, bro. Talk to me.
This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me, okay?
Yeah.
But I think I just put it together, bro.
Talk.
I think I just put it together, bro. I think Kendrick Lamar is trying to protect Michael Jackson's legacy.
Explain.
Okay? And there's a bunch. Actually, there's a reason in here that I didn't put in here that I just thought of too. Okay? But I'll add that on later. But it's very clear to me that Kendrick Lamar is trying to protect Michael Jackson's legacy right now with the way he's moving and with what he's doing. And that might sound crazy, but like I said, it's about to get surgical. We're going to really break this down to the core. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Get ready. You feel me? Stay with me to the end of the video. And because I want to see what y'all think about this.
Let's go.
Okay? Let's watch this section of when Kendrick Lamar went on Jimmy Fallon and they was talking about him like almost passing Michael Jackson in Grammy nominations. Okay?
You understand? And then I did a little research, and Michael Jackson holds the record with 12 nominations.
Yeah.
You almost had the same amount of nominations as Michael Jackson for Thriller.
Crazy.
Legend.
I
I
mean-
want to go past that though.
No.
No.
But what if you had 13?
No. I take back. I can't fathom being as great as Michael without putting out the work. So 11 is perfect. You know, he's the legendary. I'm glad it's at
What
12.
happens? Say you do get 13. Kendrick, let's think about this.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing is, right, that when you really think about it, after watching that, and you realize that Drake is tied with Michael Jackson for the most number ones on Billboard Hot 100. Okay? Not only that, he hasn't had one since First Person Shooter came out. You see what I'm saying? And I think that was October 16th of 2023. Right? So, from that perspective, especially when you at odds with somebody, there's a whole bunch of different means as to why you would not want Drake to surpass Michael Jackson in number ones. For number one, Drake didn't do it in the way that Michael Jackson did it.
We need to understand that all these accolades that we're trying to put together to say, oh, I'm just as good. Oh, I'm trying to surpass. Or, oh, I don't want to surpass. That's fine. You know, awards are awards. You know, achievements are achievements. That's great. But if we're going to emulate Michael Jackson, protect the legacy, anything like that, the only person that's really doing that is everyone's favorite light skin to hate on, and that's Chris Brown, which is valid. It's valid to hate on him, you know. His past is nasty. What he did to Rihanna was wrong. You know, harassing Karuchi was wrong. But at the same time, the same way how these moments happen, every single person grew from these moments. You can start with Tiana Taylor, when they had the little exchange at the roller skating ring for his birthday. You know, they're seen at Coachella laughing, kikiing, enjoying a good time together. You know, look at Karrueche. Same thing, Coachella. They were laughing, kikiing, enjoying each other's time. There's no issues. There was no problems. Look at Rihanna. After the moment, too. It was a bad moment. That was a moment in time that we can never forget. Remembering seeing the bruises on her face. We all remember that. What happened after that moment? They still dated again. They still try to date because she said herself on an Oprah interview that she still has love for Chris Brown. And she wished that he would find peace within himself. Here we are today. Peace within his heart, understanding his position in music, understanding that this moment he is in right now is the defining moment forever, because this is his legacy. That's why he's having a 20-year anniversary tour run. You know? But I don't want to make it too much about Chris. But I'm just saying, like, if we're going to speak about someone that's truly protecting the legacy, when you think about it, Chris Brown is the last performer at that level. You can't say he can outperform Michael. There's no way. But he's doing what he can to continue that high-level performance experience by giving his time, giving his life, giving his energy to these concerts. Look what he did in South Africa, in Johannesburg. Changed everything, bro. He wouldn't even have the Breezy Bowl here in North America if it wasn't for what he did in South Africa, bro. Selling out one of the biggest stadiums in the world. Almost 90,000 people in attendance. And he did that for 2 days. How can you not respect that? You can hate all you want. That's cool. I understand. But I can't sit here and hate knowing that that is literal greatness. I'd be foolish to do something like that. But also, based on what I heard already with what Jalopy is saying with Kendrick Lamar, by protecting Michael Jackson's legacy, but that's through awards and achievements, which completely makes sense. Because no matter what you say, no matter how many awards you get, you know damn well Michael Jackson's supposed to at least get double or triple his awards. But the time was different. Imagine if he was still alive today. You understand how many awards he'd be getting today? They'll just literally throw awards at him. They throw him a Grammy, throw him an Oscar for no reason. You know what I'm saying? BET Awards. Yeah, we got another Lifetime Achievement Award for Michael Jackson. He's just too good, bro. Let's keep going though.
And Drake's run is not very respectable as far as the art form goes. You see what I'm saying? And I believe it's extremely manufactured. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So it's the work to get there didn't make sense, right? When you think about GNX, right? With GNX, what was he doing the whole album? Keeping alive our lost legends in all different forms of art and music. You see what I'm saying? That's what GNX really was. You feel me? A homage to all of our legends who passed. You feel me? And from that perspective, you can see that Kendrick has an immense respect for those who came before him. And he also doesn't respect the way Drake has run his career. So to have a hit to, when you really appreciate the history of things, Drake passing Michael Jackson paints a very crazy, a very crazy narrative for the next generation of people who are getting into music. Because a lot of people ain't gonna search who was the leader before Drake. You feel me? They just gonna search for Drake.
But that's the problem in itself, searching for a leader. You can't search for a leader knowing that there was a whole time when you couldn't even define who that was unless you saw them live. So that's a problem in itself. Whatever algorithm that they set up is not perfect because you're excluding a time that they cannot measure. So they ignore it. That's a problem.
Drake, and it pushes down, not diminishes, but pushes down Michael Jackson's run. When Michael Jackson's is, when we talk about the art form, we would love our generation to go back and see the art that Michael Jackson put into the world with those authentic hits. You see what I'm saying? And from that perspective, it can make sense as to why Kendrick wouldn't want Drake to pass Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. So after the beef takes place, right, you also got the perspective of they don't fuck with each other. You see what I'm saying? They both, like, Drake doing weird shit behind the scenes, Kendrick responding with boom, but like they going at war. You see what I'm saying? They at war here. And one of the ways that Kendrick can really hurt Drake and damage his pride and damage his ego is to be the very thing that stops him from passing Michael Jackson. The guy that you thought you were supposed to be bigger than because you're the machine, you're the commercial. You sold your art, if you ever had it, your artistic integrity in order to become the machine. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm sure he had some artistic integrity, because to be not necessarily to be a plant, but to be the poster child to a dominant force that changed music, there's definitely talent that has to be shown or seen, to utilize, to push. So there was definitely talent there prior, but is it still there? No.
You never felt like there should be a reason why somebody who didn't do that and maintain their artist integrity should pass you. You see what I'm saying? And now that he's passed Drake, it's difficult for him to deal with, as you can see. And on top of that, he's only one hit away from Michael Jackson. And the dude who he thinks isn't supposed to be bigger than him is the one stopping him. You feel me? So that's just another way to attack Drake and damage Drake, right? And that brings me to the Nokia music video. God damn, my fault.
That's crazy. Man, that's how you know this shit live for real, bro. No edits. Let's go.
That's crazy. But then this brings me to the Nokia music video, right? Where Drake has put so much into these videos. He's putting so much into... he had it in IMAX. He and his team put a lot of effort into Nokia, bro. They're paying content creators on TikTok to start trends and all crazy. They were going hard, bro. And for them to put out that music video, and I think Drake thought that Kendrick was gonna try to step on his music video, but the fact that he didn't step on it, and then Kendrick waits till Nokia gets right there at the number 2 on the Billboard. It gets right there. Boom, drops the Luther video on top of his head, and now Nokia is declining. It's dropped to 3, and Kendrick's probably about to be at number 1 for another 2-3 weeks. Nokia, I don't know what Nokia is supposed to do. You feel me? I mean, what they're supposed to do.
Do y'all notice just how amazing it is to see the versatility come from one artist? Look at the beef in itself. Whether if you want to look at Like That or not, but look at Like That. Look at Euphoria. Look at 616 in LA. Look at Meet the Grams. Look at Not Like Us. Look at the range. And then including Luther in there, that's a wide range of quality music that's going to be timeless. You can't listen to Luther and say, I don't like this. Even if you don't, you will. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, because sometimes you don't need the hard raps all the time. Sometimes you need something smooth that's just going to touch your heart. That's going to touch your heart. Your spirit is going to respond. And your brain is say, we enjoy this. That's what happens when you just have good music to just chill out and listen to, vibe with. You know, like, there's nothing wrong with that, for real. There's really nothing wrong with that. It's crazy out here. And when you have this man in front of you, like, it's like he's scraping the wall trying to figure out what else can I do. Not realizing sometimes sitting back will help you and guide you to the answer you're looking for.
do to try to get Nokia back up, but it's not looking good. You see what I'm saying? And from that perspective, that's got to be very damaging for Drake. You feel me? Especially because I think he's trying to get this Michael Jackson record before all this shit get real out here. You see what I'm saying? For him. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And I believe that's the case because I think it was the same thing in Euphoria. You see what I'm saying? When we look at the definition that he put on the
man,
oh, that's small as hell, and I don't feel like putting my glasses on. But when he started putting the definition of Euphoria on the paper, and
this song is probably gonna go down in history as the most surgical song to send to an opponent. It's one thing for it to be a top tier diss track, but the way this was so surgical is frighteningly amazing. It's so frightening, but it's so amazing.
It says, a feeling of well-being or elation apparently is the change in mood, the feeling of euphoria, and reduced anxiety that prompts people to start using this dangerous drug. They had almost a week to recover from the euphoria of Tuesday's series winning victory. You see what I'm saying? So, Kendrick Lamar drops Euphoria. And this is after days of people not knowing if he's going to respond or not. You feel me? And Drake getting cocky and arrogant, which is like him getting excited. And as you can see, I think it was more anxiety than excitement. That's what I mean. People think him putting out Taylor Made was him being cocky. I think he was rushing because he was panicking. You feel me? Kendrick taking that long and then dropping out of nowhere adds to this, you know, that energy that now Drake, he's like, all right, now I get to drop this allegation on Kendrick Lamar. You feel me? And it should be over. And you can tell because at the end of Family Matters, he's like, you dead. Because he thought it was over. You feel me? And then just, I think some odd minutes later, he drops a Meet the Grams, the most cynical, probably one of the most cynical disses I ever heard in my life.
I swear to
God. You see what I'm saying? Drake drops that and he's feeling this sense of euphoria. It's over. I just killed Kendrick. I should be able to get this, you know what I'm saying, 600 mil, whatever he's trying to get. I should be able to get that now that I killed Kendrick. It's over. You feel me? And then, boom, the energy just gets sucked out of the room with this dark horror film-ass track, bro. And it's all mind games I think he's playing here. And when you look at allowing Nokia to get that far to the number 2 spot before you drop the Luther video, that is intentional and it's calculated. Not only is he doing it to damage Drake's or to play with Drake's mind, I believe he's doing it to make sure that Michael Jackson remains the true representation of what it is to put hits on the charts that really do things for people and change lives. Like Michael Jackson wasn't just going up put this. It was a lot of positive, good messaging in some of these hits, bro. You see what I'm saying? That impact the world to this day, and to be passed by something that's manufactured and forced, that's crazy. And I think Kendrick is using his power to make sure that doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying? And I respect that because I believe Michael Jackson should be recognized as the epitome of being able to see what it really sounds like to be great.
Michael Jackson is supposed to be above the Mount Rushmore. He's in the stars. You can't take away the stars. He's there forever, along with Prince. You know? Along with, you can put Luther Vandross up there. Man, you can put Whitney Houston up there. Man, we got too many greats to say this person's better than everybody else. You can't say that. That's stupid. Like, literally, that's stupid, bro. We've had some stars that just, they still shine to this day. And you gotta respect it. But don't step on they shit. Because you know it's not real numbers. Because you know, if the time back then was like the time today, they be walking around with like cars filled with Grammys. Because we just keep throwing it at them, bro. Imagine Billie Jean come out today. Oh, dear God. Knowing what man, we gotta stop it.
To truly be great. Because not only was he in the lab getting busy, he's the greatest performer of all time, too. Took his crafts very serious. Very serious. You feel me? So, and then, once again, when we think about GNX and we think about how GNX throughout the whole album, he's continuing to pay homage to our legends. I truly believe that this is what Kendrick Lamar is doing, bro. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And he has the power to do it. You see what I'm saying? And you know what else I just realized? It that also play into the other theory I had about him dropping multiple videos. You know what? I'm gonna do that'll be my next video. I'm gonna save that for my next video, bro. I think I just cracked the code. Okay? But if y'all love storytelling like Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac or Sing About Me by Kendrick Lamar, I think you'll love the vocal cords of a broken woman. A lot of people wait for a while to go check it out, you feel me? And then once they do, they find out they loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like just looking at these comments, it's beautiful. It's only 3 minutes of your time, so let me know. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. Check me out on all platforms as well. And also you want to get your It's About to Get Surgical shirts. Check my shop out. You feel me? You can find it at the bottom of any video and grab your It's About to Get Surgical shirts. I'm about to start shipping again tomorrow. You feel me? So yeah, love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Hey man, if I had the funds, I get a t-shirt for real, bro. That shit look nice. Lord have mercy, 62. I'm sorry. See, I'm broke, so that kind of like a whoo. Hey, look, I see the vision. I simply see the vision. I can't sit here and deny it. I can't sit here and say, bro, that's not true. That's nonsense. I'm listening. I'm attentive. I'm giving my own thoughts, my own opinions, as well as just paying attention to, like, the pieces of the puzzle that he's trying to put together to find the answer that he's trying to ship to us. You know? I'm giving my time to the people that deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I found this channel. I'm glad I pay attention to seeing all those videos from this guy just holding his phone in front of his face. And then look where we are today. And there's still room to evolve. You know? Gotta respect it. Got to respect it. But either way, Kendrick Lamar and Chris Brown, that's my own opinion, but they are both protecting Michael Jackson's legacy. Here's the issue though. Once Chris Brown goes, either if it's Chris Brown, Usher, it don't matter. Once they go, we're gonna have a problem because there's not gonna be someone next that can even contend at that level. All these other artists out here, I see some artists out there trying. You know, they're trying to like bring back the dancing with the music, but it's not hitting because the soul is gone. The soul is ripped out of the music. The music is just beats and just singing with no substance, no energy, no rawness. We got to figure out how to put the soul back in music, you know? That's what we got to do first. So we can maintain. It's not just about protecting. It's also about maintaining the legacy. You know? We can't do low-tier maintenance. That's how things crumble. It has to be maximum high-level tier maintenance that we need to do to protect all these greats. Either way, that's my time. This is Single Seater Reactions only on the Flexing My Network. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Live long and long live. Peace. Hey, that was fun. That was fun for real. I like it.